Hello people of the internet. You're a very long way up. I don't think you're usually that far up. It's because I faffed around and changed cameras. Let's see. Yeah, that's about right. I can see you better now. Hello people of the internet. Right, I'm doing a haul and I did put it to the vote because I had a comment about someone who said that I rambled too much and gave too much needless information. So I put it to the vote. Do people want Chatty Lily, where I go on about how I justify my purchases, or do they just want straight underneath, show you the product, move on? And at last look, it was 85% of people wanted. I'm just going to check. 86% of people wanted me to carry on as I usually do, which is good because, to be quite honest, I can't be anyone other than me, which is chatting about the stuff that I bought, because that's why I do this. I buy stuff and I want to talk about it with people, and that means sharing with yous, the people of the internet. So let's just have a sip of tea, as usual. Galvanise my loins. So at the end of my last haul, which was the July haul, obviously because we're now in August, I mentioned about that I'd ordered off a Crafter's Companion, and they sent me, I'd ordered some pen trays and they hadn't sent me them all. Well, just so you know, they did actually, there they are, look. Oh, look at them pen trays. I bought these, I already had one set and I had a few more, and then I bought the rest of them, and they have turned up now, and there are my alcohol markers looking glorious on my desk. So these are my them ones, 168 oh-hoo-hoos, and these are my cheapy Joy Wish, Leap, whichever ones. So yeah, so it's 168. So these ones are brush and brush tip. These are brush tip, and these ones are you know, the normal bullet tip. So I have two sets, gorgeous strokeable wall of pens. So that's just to let you know that they did arrive. Look, so you didn't know there was all that goodness either side of this plain bit of desk, did you? Yes, you should see what's on this side. The other thing I ordered when I ordered the trays from Crafter's Companion was, I've got to find them. Yeah, these. I ordered both these and these. Now, not all of these turned up. It was a set of 5. Yes, because I had to spend a certain amount of money to get free postage. So I bought this set of 5, which I think was called Christmas, Modern Christmas or something. And I ordered these, which was in their sale for half price. Not that you want to know the prices. I know, I'm going quickly. And when the order came, some bits were missing, but these turned up, and these are really good. Well, at least I think they are. They're basically, if you've not seen them, they're 3 markers in one. This way to zoom in, this way to zoom in. Yes, I got it right. And they have a dark, that end. Then they have a mid-tone in the middle, and then they have a light tone at the end. And I just wanted to try them. I wasn't expecting anything spectacular for them. Let's just grab a piece of paper, on my clipped piece of paper. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything special, and I just thought I'd try them because they was like on special offer. But I would probably just make combinations out of my existing alcohol markers. And when they came, I tried it, right? So, do we do dark first or light? Let's do both and see what happens. So there's the dark. There's the mid-tone. And then there's the light. And the 3 colours blended so nicely together. They had the right step, the right values between them, so that when probably done it the wrong way round, but whoops, I always feel like that one should be the other way round. They blended really nicely, basically. So between the 3 colours that you get, you do get a really nice blend. And I tried to replicate it. I basically got 3 of my Hoo pens, and I've got 3 of my other pens. This was me mucking about with them. I mean, that green there. Look, just look at that. Look at that gradation. And they blended so nicely that I ended up, I got an email saying that the sale was finishing, you know, one of those things. So I ended up, obviously they was in my old order as well, which I have actually featured in a video already. I did a video on blending out water-based markers and watercolour markers and aqua markers, and I tried these in that video, so that's available for you to see already. So what I did was I ended up ordering more. Now unfortunately the sale was just coming to an end, and I ordered, it was called the Christmas collection, which was, I don't know, there was 5 in the Christmas collection, and then I ordered all the other colours that they had in stock, which wasn't many because they was basically, their sale was coming to an end. Well, when they arrived, one of the Christmas colours was out of stock, so I got refunded from that. And one of the 2 of the other colours that I ordered were out of stock, and they'd replaced one colour with a colour that I already had. Now I've put it somewhere else because I've already got it. Or is it that one? Citrus Blend. Yes, it's that one. So this one I'm actually going to do a giveaway for. And I'm going to put some other things with it. I'm not just going to send someone a pen, don't worry. So I'm not going to open that one because that's the duplicate of one that I've already got. So I ended up with 5 more colours. So it makes my little collection of tri-blend markers up to 10. But to be honest, I think that's enough. It's a nice little spectrum. I've got some browns and greens, and I just want to do it for some, you know, I won't use these for doing whole colourings, but I want to do it with some monochrome effects kind of thing. And then the other thing that I wanted to try was, they've got the same thing, so a tri-blend marker, but these are their brush tips. So instead of them being bullet tip, these ones are their brush markers. Oh, look at that, look at that. Now their brushes on the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers are glorious. So let's just have a little go of this. What I'll just do, zoom you in, this way's in. Oh, I'm starting to remember where the bits are on my camera. So it's a really nice brush. The only problem with these ones is the step between the values is bigger. So on this one, it goes CG1, CG2, the mid-range is CG2 and the dark is CG3. On this one, it goes CG1, CG2, CG4, so you've got a bigger step. So between the 1 and the 2, the blend there is imperceivable. But I did like the way they blended. I'm not doing the best demonstration of it here. I'll tell you who does do a really good demonstration of it. Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. I'll link her video down below where she compares the brush and the bullet tips. But I'm happy with the little selection of them that I got. I'm happy that I've got, these are some lovely sort of woodlandy colours in this. I bought the woodland set. It's going to be really nice to try those. Try those out. Oh, we're already 10 minutes in and I'm only on the first thing. This may have to be a 2-part video because I'm so rambly, aren't I? I don't just show you the stuff. Okay, so that was get them out of the way. Good. Right. Okay, so the next thing I bought is yet another watercolour palette. Yes. Oh my God, can you believe that I bought another watercolour palette? Now this one is, shall I turn the light off? Yes. Yes, that's better. No glare now. Also no sunshine. I watched Lindsay the Frugal Crafter's comparisons of water colour palettes, and every time that someone asks her which one she recommends out of the cheap palettes, she always says the Pretty Excellent set, the Pretty Excellent set, the Pretty Excellent set. What do you like best out of the Superior palette and the Meaden palette? What do you like best out of the someone else and someone else. And she always says, oh, for the best budget one, Pretty Excellent, the Pretty Excellent one, the Pretty Excellent one. So I've had it in my basket for a while, but clearly I wasn't going to check it out, was I? Because I've bought 10,000 watercolour palettes recently anyway. But then the one that I was watching in my basket went down to $13.99. Yeah, I know you don't want prices, but hey ho. With the little watercolour book, which is another one of these little watercolour books that I've got. And so I have purchased it. And yes, I am going to swatch it out. I am going to do a watercolour comparison series. I'm not buying any more watercolours. But yeah, supposedly, if you're a beginner, these are they don't have pigment information, but they are the budget student brand of the Paul Rubens, and they are really good to use, and they are recommended by Lindsay the Frugal Crafter, and for me, that is a perfect recommendation. So that was the first thing that I bought in this, well, that's not the first thing I bought in this haul, but that was the start of the month. The next thing is I saw Danny Buttons doing a colouring chat, and she was using glitter pens, but not glitter gel pens. Now, strangely, I used to hate glitter. When I used to run a craft club where we made cards, and I used to really not like glitter. In scrapbooking I never used glitter embellishments. In the card making I never used glitter anything. Someone bought me some, I used to sell stickles and I never owned any stickles. But then when I started colouring, I found glitter gel pens, and suddenly I just became addicted to glitter gel pens. I mean, I have a drawer down here. I'm going to have to do a tour of my office or my supplies and show you. I have an entire drawer which is just filled with glitter gel pens, and they are my if I just want to colour and relax, glitter gel pens, glitter gel pens. And I was watching this video with Danny Buttons, and if I can find it again I will link it. I think it was her 4th of July one, and she was using some glitter pens that are not gel pens. And so I surfed around and I found these, and these was very reasonable. These were £2.50. So when I say very, woohoo, and they fly. These were very reasonable. They were £2.50. There's only 8 of them, and they look like this when you colour with them. So, oh, lids are quite hard. They're just water-based markers, and they have the really subtlest glitter in them. So they were all right for £2.50. Let's use a different colour. Might show the glitter a bit better. Yeah, the glitter is really hard to see. They were £2.50. They were all right, but they wasn't what I was looking for. So the next thing I bought was these. Now these are glorious. So hold on, let's find one that I've already got going. Yes, so this one's already been primed, and they have the plastic paint nib. So obviously, if you're aware of paint pens, they have 2 different types of nib. They have the ones that have the soft bullet type nib, and then they have these ones which are made of plastic, and they have little splits in them and the paint comes out. And these are glorious. I probably should shake it first, as it does say shake. Water-based, non-toxic, opaque ink, and it tells you here to shake. And then you have to prime it, you know, by pushing the nib down. Once it's primed, it's away. Now these colour beautifully, and the glitter in them, colouring with K. See the glitter colouring with K. If you haven't got these, you're going to want them. They are. It's dark in here today, so there's really no light, but you can see how they shine. They are really nice. So I bought those, thought they was wonderful, and so I then also ordered these. Hey! So these are a thicker tip. These ones are good. These ones are called extra fine tip. And then these ones are called fine tip. Everything that I show, by the way, is linked below, as you hear. Now, there's not so many in here. There's only 12 colours in here. And these wasn't so expensive. These were £11, I think. Actually, these were more expensive, I think. Can't remember. These was on a really good deal. These were £14 with £3 off, and these was £11. But these, let's just get one going. Actually, let's do the whole process. So we shake, 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 shake. Don't know how much shaking you're supposed to do, but that's probably enough. And then we're gonna push. Now a lot of people go, and you're not really supposed to do that with paint pens because it introduces air into the chamber, and you don't want air in your chamber. You're supposed to push and wait until you see it coming down the nib. You can see it creeping down the nib. And there we go. It is almost here. There we go. It is here. This is really not the best paper for this. This is I was going to say toilet paper, but you know what I mean, really rough paper. Let's do a little squiggle of this, and these are this is really not the best paper. Really. Let's do it on. Okay. So, I've just got my favourite blue one out. Didn't need to see me priming it, but can you see? I might need to turn the light on. Yeah, you can see it there. You can see the glare there. Look at the glitter. They're paint markers, in water-based paint markers infused with glitter. And I'm going to do a mandala with these. I'm going to swatch them out, which I'll share, and then I'm going to do a mandala with them as well, which I cannot wait to do. So that was my foray into glitter pens, or glitter paint pens. So those were the next purchase. Okay, so the next thing was, there's obviously a story behind it. There always is, isn't there? I love doing mandalas. Didn't think I ever would, but I do. And I particularly like doing very fine line looking mandalas. So ones that look like this kind of thing. So not the ones with the big chunks. It is so very dark today. Very overcast. I like doing ones with lines in them. And I use gel pens the most in them. But what I have been trying to find is alcohol markers or pens that are fine enough to, you know, really get into the details. And I do have a set of like the fine line alcohol markers, and they're really good, but I'm on a mission to find, you know, some fine line alcohol markers. Sorry about the shadow now, I've got the light on, to use in my mandala books. And so I bought these, and these are double-ended permanent pens. So they're alcohol. I contacted Stedler and asked them if they were alcohol based, which they are. So they're alcohol markers, and I've done a review of these, and I will show you can see more about it in the review. But what I wanted to compare them to is I wanted to compare them to the fine point Sharpies and the Bic Intensity markers, which are both fine point. You know the Sharpie fine points. I'm sure you've all seen them and used them, and I have done a video where I compare these Sharpie fine points and the Bic Intensity fine points. Now you may have already seen that video, because I'm not sure whether it's going to go up before this one or not. So I bought these. I had none of the Bic Intensity, I had none of the Bic Intensity already because the set of 36 is about £33, which is quite expensive. And I don't really like Sharpies because the smell is just too intense for me. So I don't use Sharpies at all because they just give me a headache. I open the cap and I get a headache. I can write a label on a box, you know, when you're packing to move house or something, you put kitchen in a Sharpie and I'm just like, oh, headache. So I don't really like Sharpie. So I was trying to find something fine point. I'd never tried these. So I bought these to try, and then I bought a very small pack of these. These was like, this is a tester set. They were about £3.90 or something. They might not have even been that much on Amazon to try them. And then I bought these, not the black one because I already had the black one. This little selection set was from a stationery shop and they was doing it, I think it was £4.50 for 6 colours. So I bought the 6 colours of these and the tester pack of 5 colours of these to compare with these to see, you know, battle of the fine line permanent markers pen. And that video has been recorded, so you'll see that. So I bought those. Okay, so the next thing I discovered was when I was looking into Staedtler and Staedtler and contacting them, I was chatting away to their really helpful customer service people. And I was asked them if they had a colour chart for this, and they sent me over the Tripliss marker, you know, the fine line pens colour chart. And I thought, oh yeah, I've got my 60 set of Tri-Plus markers that I bought. On Prime Day, I bought these and I haven't swatched them yet. I have, my printer's died unfortunately, and I'm waiting for a replacement to come under the warranty. So right now, I can't print any swatch sheets. Look, this is what my printer does, and it's not just the cartridges died. I have ordered a full whole new set of cartridges, and they came and I replaced the entire set. I cleaned the heads, aligned the heads, deep cleaned the heads, removed the head because I work in IT. I actually removed the head assembly myself and cleaned it, and it's just the printer has gone. It is 4 years old, or coming up to 4 years old, but luckily I got an extended guarantee on it, and so a replacement is coming from HP. So right now I can't print swatch sheets out. It's like my right hand has been cut off. So I was looking around at the Tripliss stuff and I found a video from a lady called, I think it's like something like Colouring with Bex, and she does the most amazing colouring using these. I will link her channel. If I can't link it up there, I'll link it down below. In Joanna Bashford's book, Bashford's books, her colouring is amazing. She's got her own YouTube channel, but she doesn't really put many YouTubes up. And she uses these, but she also uses them in conjunction with these. And the way these work together is so, or when you watch her videos, the way these work together, you're like, oh my word, I just want to do that. Now, I'm not a great fan of water-based markers. I like alcohol markers. But what she does is amazing. And so I had these, once I watched her videos, I had these in my, you know, like you do, you add them to your basket and save for later in Amazon. And they went down, I don't know whether it was a back to school thing or a special deal thing, but they went down from like £39 to £20. And I was like, is that cheap? Is that good? Can never tell, can you? But there's a website that I use called Camel. And if you put the link in of the item that you're thinking of, it shows you how much things have been over 6 months, a year, and all that kind of stuff. And when I typed this in, you know, that was the best price they'd been for ever. I know people don't like me talking about prices, and I know that you can't go and get them, but you can if you wait. If you stick them in your basket and wait, they'll go down to a decent price again. So I got these, and I am going to. I have already played with these. I've played with these in a colouring book. I have played with these in my watercolour-based pen swatching video. But one thing I want to do is I want to swatch them both together, and then actually film me colouring with them, because I actually really like both of them. I don't like them with. Well, actually, I shouldn't spoil you, but I was going to say I don't like them when water's added to them, but they're not supposed to be for that anyway. But together, yes. So that was the next purchase. So look, I'm Staedtlered up now. to accompany all those water-based markers, I bought another one of these. My husband bought me one of these for Christmas, and I have in it, I think I've shown it. I mean, come on, we've all seen them. They're the pencil cases, aren't they? So this is the one that my husband bought for me at Christmas, and I keep my, well, I've put them in there now. They're the metallic pens. I keep my, I did keep my Arteza in it, but I've taken my Arteza out. I did keep my Arteza in it. I'm changing where everything gets stored. But these two cases are basically going to be for water-based markers. This one is going to have all the Staedtler water-based markers I just showed you in it, and then this one's going to have everything else in it. So I bought this one, and it was really funny because I had this one in my watch list because I love the colour, because it's green. And it was, I don't know, £14.95 or something, and it was shot up to £23. I was like, oh, I should have bought it when it's £14.95. And then the next day it went on a deal for £12.99. Boom! So I bought it for £12.99. If you want, I mean, this is linked down below, and they do loads of different patterns. They do one with a squirrel on it for us naughty little squirrels, and they do some really nice floral ones. But add it to your basket and just wait, because the price is, you know, don't rush in. Fools rush in. I also bought this pencil case. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep this one. At the time when I bought it, I was looking for a pencil case that had 72 pens, but this one is, it was cheap, and it feels cheap, to be honest. It feels more like a wash bag or something. These bits come out, which could be handy. Well, just one bit comes out, but it's very cheap and nasty sort of feeling. And the loops are kind of not quite big enough for two things, but way too big for one thing. So just about get two pencils in there. I don't know. Not sure if I'm going to keep it. I think I bought it to put my metallic pens in. I might still put the paint pens in it. I don't know. I'm not sure, because paint pen wise, it's only going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. It gets 36 paint pens in it. I have, oh, I do have 36. Now I have 38. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that one. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but at the time I ordered the other one, I bought this one as well because I was looking for a 72 pencil case. It's funny, I didn't think I'd have a haul this month because, oh, I've stopped buying things. I'm not going to have a haul this month because I've hardly bought anything. And then all of a sudden, in a flurry, once my voucher came, boof, I was buying stuff. I also got a voucher from someone else today, which was good. The next thing I bought, which was, this has been in my basket for ages, and I have ummed and ahed about these pens for ages. I bought these. Now, I was briefly on a mission to find a gel pen that wasn't glitter, because sometimes I love using gel pens. I love colouring with gel pens. Sue me, what am I going to do? But there isn't much of a range of non-glitter sets, and I have a couple of little 10 sets, 12 sets of non-glitter ones. And someone recommended these to me and said, oh, if you're looking for non-glitter gel pens, buy the Doodlers. Let's open it like that because there's no shine there, and then they look really nice. The Doodlers come, I think this one comes with, it's 25 standard colours. It says on the back here, so 25 standard colours, 20 glitter, 6 neon, 4 pastel and 5 metallics. Now it's the standard colours. This is the biggest range of standard colours that I could find. But the reason why I hadn't bought them is because I watch Jennifer Stay of Colouring Bliss, and she has a video on these and she's swatched them out, and in her words it wasn't blissful. She didn't enjoy these pens, so I've been put off buying them. I have watched another couple of people swatching them and they gave them a, you know, they're not too bad kind of thing. And then I chatted to someone online and they said no, that they were good and all this kind of thing. And yeah, in a moment of weakness and voucher arrivingness, I bought these. It must have been a bad day at work. I haven't swatched them yet. I have opened them. I haven't swatched them. I'm going to swatch them. I'm going to make a video of me swatching them once my printer is back alive and I can print out a swatch sheet. That's a glitter one actually. Let's do a non-glitter one. Let's lower you down. How low can we go? Oh, yeah, that's a glitter one. They don't feel too bad. I don't. And then where's the non-glitter? Let's do this brown one. So this is a non-glitter. Oh, see, they're quite smooth. Could be the paper. This is nice paper. But the reason, you know, the reason I was actually looking for non-glitter gel pens was to do colouring. But I'm wondering if fine tip markers are the same thing anyway. Because obviously these are water-based gel ink. They don't peel up the paper as much as water-based markers though, do they? Don't know. Gonna have to have a play. They're actually quite smooth. Let's do one more. Let's do one more for the people who don't like watching me ramble on. Oh, that's a nice green. That is a proper... Oh, it's a glitter one. Is that glitter? No, it was just wet. It was juicy. That was juicy, wasn't it? Oh, see, I can't imagine using these. I wonder how long they last though. Oh well, we'll have to wait for the swatching video where I get the refill out and compare it to everything else. Yeah, know me. That's what I do. So, that was the Doodlers pack of 60, which I bought when they was £20. I don't know how much they are now, but it's not a bad price for 60 markers, gel pens. I mean, I don't need the neons, I don't need the pastels, and I don't really need the glitters. So, not sure. Haven't decided yet whether they'll stay in my stash or not. What's next? Oh, so the next thing I actually bought from a shop. I went to Hobbycraft. I went there specifically to buy something, and I can't remember what. Oh, I went there specifically to buy this. Don't ask me why it's got peanuts in it at the moment. It just has. I think it's because I was stirring them. Let's tip the peanuts out. Don't tip the peanuts on. Actually, I'm going to show you what I use it for. That will make more sense. Okay, so I went to Hobbycraft to buy a plastic box because I already have these plastic boxes that I've had for years. And I have one that I keep, one or two? One that I keep my pro markers in. And the good thing about it is that you can fit a nice set of pens in them, and then obviously you can store them flat. And I've been sorting out a set of pens for my mum and my brother to make a gift for them. So a nice set of pens. So what I've done is I've bought, I've used two of my old ones. This one had my glitter and embossing powder in it. And I've used these to make sets of pens as presents for my mum and my brother. And unfortunately, like I said, I had to use one that I was already in my art cupboard. So I bought another one, and this one is going to, you know, replace the one that I used. So I went to Hobbycraft to buy this from Hobbycraft. The reason why it's got peanuts in it is because I did some packing and they were left over and I didn't want to throw them on the floor. And while I was in Hobbycraft, they had their sale on, and I bought some super tips. I think these were £2.50 and these were £1.25. They were half price. They were really cheap. And I have never tried super tips. Now I know that Jackie said she tried super tips and they were rubbish, but I wanted to try them. And I've already used them in a video, in that watercolouring video. I wanted to try them, you know, as watercolours and just have a play with them. And for £3.75 for both sets, I picked those up at the same time. And then the last thing that I bought, oh, and I have wanted this for such a long time, is I bought myself the Tombow case. The fancy schmancy, holds 120, need to lift you up a bit to get it all in. Case, look, it doesn't hold 120, it holds 108. Get the lid off. Right, so the lid comes off like that. And then you can do this with it, or this with it, or or you can have the whole thing stacked like that on your desk and it says Tombow at the top. Now I don't quite have the full set of Tombows. I have been collecting Tombow markers since scrapbooking days for a long time, and I keep them in this which is the middle section of an Arteza pen case. And recently, after doing the swatching pens thing, my husband was asking me what I want for my birthday. You know, what do you want for your birthday? I don't just want to buy you, you know, I want to buy you something that you really want. And I said I would quite like the rest of the set of Tombows, the colours that I haven't got, because if you watch that video you can see that Tombows are really good. I was looking for the best watercolour that you can lay down and blend out watercolour pen. My own reasons for doing it: I know you can do them on palettes, I know you have to use special paper. I want to scribble a little bit and blend it out with water on paper, and these are the best for that. These seem to be the best out of all the things that I've tried, and I decided that once I've determined, you know, for me, my opinion, what are the best, I want the full set. And then everything else will go, you know, everything else that is the same ilk as this I don't need to keep, because I'm, in my opinion, got the best. So I said I'd like the rest of these. Now my husband has actually already bought them for me, not quite all of them actually, because there was a special deal on an art website and it was buy two get one free. And so I had to give him the list of colours, and he's bought, there were some out of stock, so I haven't quite got them all. I think I've got 100 out of the 108. And then I thought to myself, oh no, I've got nowhere for the rest of them to live, because obviously this was working quite nicely as long as I didn't buy any more pens. This was the, you know, the number of pens that I had, which is 72. And then I saw this, and it was listed on a website for $14.99. And I can't tell you what that website is, because I bought it through one of them linky third-party website things, which then link you through to somewhere else. And it was $14.99, and I thought, yes, I'm going to have this, and I'm going to have it on my desk over on this side, and this is where these pens are going to live. So I'm going to have my water-based markers this side and my alcohol markers this side, and I'm going to be, in the words of Emma, colours. So you'll notice that so far I haven't shown you any colouring books, and that's because I have been very good this month with regard to colouring books. My shelves are looking, can I show you? Yeah, just about. There's space still, but there isn't much space, so I have to be quite judicious with the books that I'm buying. We've gone all loose now. But I have bought a couple of books. First one that I bought was really at the end of last month, when I bought my mum a magic colouring book for her birthday, which she absolutely loved. And when I showed it, when I gave it to her, she went, oh, I think I showed it, didn't I? The Fantasy Dragons or Fantasy People or whatever it was called. She said, is that one of them ones that you just had water? And I said, yes. I saw this one at the same time, which is Famous Paintings. And in it, it's got famous paintings, like proper art. So that is Renoir, that's Degas, that's The Scream by Edward Munch. This is the, oh, what's this one called? Surprised by Henry Rousseau. That is Sunflowers by Van Gogh. This is Monet and Franz Marc and oh, look at that, Greece and Seurat, Raphael, Gauguin, and finally Starry Starry Night. Now how sweet is this going to be to just, you know, just add water and make a famous work of art. I couldn't resist it, so I bought that. I did resist it for a couple of days and then I couldn't resist it. The next one I bought was this, and I saw this on and I said I was going to remember, and now I can't. Someone's channel, And it's a Lulu Mayo book, and it's her Lulu Mayo book before Lulu Mayo sort of started making her own book. It's a Lonely Planet book, and it's really sweet because it has a coloured version of it here, and you colour your own. And I saw someone colouring it, and it's obviously it kind of is single-sided because on that side is that, but I just was like, yes. And it was not terribly expensive. There seemed to be 2 listings on eBay, one for like £5 and one for like £9. So if you're not on eBay, on Amazon, so if you're looking on Amazon, I mean obviously it's linked down below, but if you're looking just for yourself, careful because there's 2 links. But it just looked like such fun. I had to get it. Then obviously, well not obviously because this is not a new one. This has been out for a while and I had it in my wish list, but it went down in price. It went down from the £5 to the £3.50. I've actually bought 2 of them, one for my mum and one for me. I've already given my mum her one because I really do like these black background colour Questopia one, and this one is a really cute one. It's just got fairies in it. Fairies, can't believe I'm colouring fairies. Next, well it was obvious, wasn't it? I love mandalas. I love Camellia Angelica. This is a new one. You've all seen it. People have flipped through it. It is lovely. I love these type of mandalas. These fine type of mandalas. I just want to colour when I see fine line mandalas like this. I want to get my triplets fine liners. I want to get my gel pens, and I just want to zone out and colour these. I mean, you've seen it. It was, I've just noticed it's all, it must have been stuck to the envelope, the Amazon envelope. Look, it's all roughed up there. Didn't even notice it in my excitement to undo that one. Usually I notice it. And then the next one that I've bought, and this was on my wish list as well, for my birthday wish list, and it went down in price because it's an expensive book. And for a while I've been looking for, I love doing mandalas, and obviously I love these type of mandalas, and these are all printed on Amazon paper. And I'm kind of, I even posted, who's that? Lisa, it's not, what's her name? Lisa's Colouring Corner. She is the mandala queen. She's got every mandala book under the sun, and I sent her a message saying, you know, you are the undisputable mandala queen. Out of all the mandala books, which ones do you have slightly better paper? Because sometimes you want to do a mandala that isn't just on this cheap Amazon paper. You want to have a smooth experience. You want the pens to glide. I don't really want to become one of them people who scan in the stuff and print it out. For 2 reasons. Number one, I like having my books coloured on the shelf and going, this is what I've done, this is what I've done. And it's funny because my brother said to me, oh, you could scan that in and then colour it again and then colour it again. And I don't want to colour it again and colour it again. I want to colour it once, enjoy it, and it to live in my book. But I do want to be able to sometimes have a nice smooth paper experience. You know, Joanna Bashford paper with a mandala on it. And Lisa couldn't really think of any, but someone else came back to me with this. That there was this company in Holland who make these mandala books. And specifically, there's 3, I think. There's the artist edition, and then there's these collector edition ones. And these are single-sided, and the paper is Joanna Bashford paper. It is smooth. It is glorious. This is a mandala from heaven paper book. Now these are quite expensive. These are about £11.82. You know, they're hardback. They are quite thick. And so I had 3 of these in my birthday wish list because obviously I think they'd make a nice gift rather than, you know, when I buy a colouring book I think to myself, it's only £3.50, I'll have it. Whereas these is like a gifty thing, isn't it? And I also have them in my, so I got them in my wish list, I got them in my basket. And this one went down to £5. And I said to my husband, if you're thinking about buying me that book for my birthday, I suggest you buy it now. And he said, well, I might not. I said, well, I'm going to buy it then, because for £5, this book. Oh, if you're not into mandalas, just skip, because I'm just going to be making noises and showing mandala. Are they snowmen? Oh, they look weird. Don't look at those. I'm just going to, yeah. Look at that, though. Look at that. You are going to need fine liners for that. Look at it. Oh, they look like tiger faces. They are tiger faces. Look how tiny those pieces are, though. But can you feel the comfort in slow meditation of getting your finest tip markers out? You know, your 0.3s. Oh, zoning out. I can. So that's it. That is, I'm just looking around to make sure I haven't left anything in a big pile behind me. And there isn't. So that is it. So not many books this month. I was a very good girl. I only bought 5 colouring books, and they were all very considered decisions. This, not so considered, more of a naughty purchase. These, yeah. This, oh, the old Tombow set, yum yum. And then, can't put everything else away now, can't find it. Yeah, just various things. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Let's do this so that when the thumbnail looks appealing, so people go, oh, look at all the stuff she's bought. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if I rambled and you don't like rambling. If you don't like rambling, perhaps don't watch my channels. And hopefully, if you do like rambling, I hope I rambled enough for you. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Bye.